Hey everybody, I'm John Finn, and welcome to another unboxing and review. Big boy this time. We've got Apocalypse from the Marvel Legends series. Now, when this thing was originally announced, it was pre-orderable for $65. I've got no problem if you've got that kind of money to spend on these toys. In fact, more power to you. I'm really happy. But I didn't have that kind of money at the time, so I had to wait. And he showed up on Amazon eventually, so I added him to my wish list. And after Christmas, he was under $40. I think I got him for 38 bucks. So he's here. The big boy's here. It's beautiful. The packaging is huge, as you can see. I mean, I'm a pretty normal sized guy. But we'll compare to a Sharpie. How about that? So here's a regular Sharpie. Here's how big this SOB is. He's massive. Bigger than any of the Marvel Legends figures I've gotten so far. Now, I haven't gotten the Sentinel or Galactus, but those are kind of specialty figures, so I don't really count those as much as being a part of the regular collection. I guess this guy wouldn't necessarily count as being a part of the regular collection either, since he was kind of a special order type thing. But I'm going to count him anyway because I can, because this is my channel, so let's not waste any more time. I'm going to cut this guy open. I'm going to try to keep the card as intact as possible, but it did come already bent from Amazon, so thanks for that, Amazon. But we're going to get this guy open, and I'm going to try to keep the card as intact as possible, and then we'll take a closer look at the toy just right out of the package right here. We'll look at his accessories and stuff, and then we'll take him over to the light box for some final thoughts. Really quick, though, here is the back of the package. It is a recreation of the ToyBiz packaging from the 90s, so it is beautifully done. It has just a wonderful graphic design to it that really matches up with the old school packaging, so I absolutely love that. Now let's read the blurb on the back. We've never done that. Look upon the future and tremble. He is Apocalypse, the world's most powerful mutant, and from the ashes of our world, he will build a better one. Contemples la vie en trembles. I'm just kidding. I don't know any other language but English. I'm pretty stupid American. I'm really sorry. Let's get this guy open, though. All right, so we got him out of the box here, and you can see it's still huge. We're going to put that aside. We're going to keep that. I like those. We're going to take his outer bubble off, get rid of that carnage, and here he is in his glorious inner bubble. And there's actually two inner bubbles here. We're going to detach the rear one, and you can see that's where some of his accessories are housed, his biomechanical cables, his kind of gun thing, as well as some of the blast effects are in there. And in the front bubble, we've got Mr. Lips himself with the extra head sculpt. He's got a couple extra hand sculpts, as well as some small blast effects here. I'm going to get this guy out of his plastic. It looks like he's not secured in there with anything. So first, hand sculpts. They come out super easy, like that. Not so easy. They just pop out everywhere. They're secured in there right. Mattel takes some notes from this packaging from Hasbro because they did a good job with it. Head sculpt out. Mean mug there. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And we'll take out these blast effects real quick. They are taped in. But once the tape comes off, they fall right out. Come on, focus. There we go. Okay, put those with this hand sculpts here. We're going to go ahead and take the accessories out of the second inner bubble. They are kind of taped in at the top. Come on, man. There we go. And they slide right out. I'm going to get the rest of this stuff out. All right, all the rest of the accessories came out pretty easily. We've got his little gun here. Very, very old school looking. This is straight from the 90s. I love that. We'll put the rest of the accessories. And then finally, the last blast effect here, which got a little bit of a bend on it because of the way it was taped in there, but it still looks pretty cool. It's got a lot of little details on there, so we'll see how that looks on him in just a moment. Now the moment to bring the big guy out of the plastic. Good work. He's really set in there. There we go. Get rid of that. Hope there's nothing left in there. I don't know. And here he is. Ooh, he's a chunky boy. He's got a little bit of a snappy snap there in the torso. It works pretty good. Shoulders are fine. Up and down, out. Elbows bend fine. They're a little bit ratchety, but good otherwise. Hands pivot and tilt. That's fine. Is there... It doesn't look like... Yeah, there's bicep swivel there on both of the arms. Legs, again, standard Marvel Legends. They got the ball joint there. They've got the thigh cut. They've got no boot cut, but they do have double jointed knees as well as ankle cut and a ball joint on those feet. I dig that. It's got that mean ass looking head sculpt. Look at that, man. That's just glorious. I see a little bit of paint imperfections there, maybe on the forehead, or that could be detail. It's hard to kind of tell, but overall, this guy's pretty solid. He's got a lot of cool detail on him. He looks like he's straight out of the 90s cartoon or comics. Really solid feeling figure too. Like you can tell he's solid throughout. There's not a lot of hollow piecing going on here. This is not a cheap old Build-A-Figure. This is a solid all the way through Apocalypse. I'm going to get him all set up with his accessories real quick, and we'll take a look at him in the light box, and we'll get our final thoughts, and we'll wrap up. Just discovered something about this guy. These are actually cuffs. These things here, and they pop off of the arm, so you can fit the accessory on. That's kind of cool. I thought you might like that. All right, so Mr. Apocalypse in the photo booth here, looking pretty epic. I'm super happy that we've gotten this version of Apocalypse. I'm not sure if this has been released before in Marvel Legends, but I'm glad if it has that it's being re-released, because I definitely wasn't around in the collecting business when this guy was originally released, and he's just beautiful. He has amazing detail, everything from the boots all the way up to the head sculpt. Looks fantastic. It really does evoke those 90s comics and animated series just immaculately. The wiring he has coming off of his arms into the back is just fantastic. It matches that era so well. The crazy looking gun with shooting effects coming out of it is just a beautiful add-on to this figure. The two head sculpts are gorgeous looking, and I'm just so happy to see this. And I hope that when Marvel starts to do in terms of the MCU, more X-Men stuff, that I hope we get to see this version of Apocalypse at some point, even if it's just like a Secret Wars cameo. It's so iconic. It's so on point that this might be my favorite Marvel Legends figure that I've had so far, even with the price. Even if I'd have paid $65 on this guy, I probably would like him as much as I do now. And just a little bit so you can see that face sculpt really clearly. It has some great details, some great paint wash. That they didn't mail in any part of this figure, and it really shows. All paint app on the guy, the sculpt is beautiful. It's a love letter to the Apocalypse of the 90s, and really to 90s comics in general. So I can't recommend this anymore. It is a phenomenal figure. I give it absolutely 2 thumbs up. And I usually love figures when I open them here because I'm just that kind of guy. But this is one that it's a special figure, y'all. If you're a Marvel fan, Marvel Legends fan of the 90s animated series, I would add them to my collection, even if I didn't collect Marvel Legends in general. So keep that in mind. And I hope you keep collecting the way you like to collect, whether that's keeping your figures mock or opening them for display or for play, however you like to do it. It's the right way to do it. And if anybody else tells you otherwise, tell them that they should like and subscribe to my videos, because I'm trying to grow my channel to 500 subscribers by the end of 2023. That's doubling what I've done in the past 2 to 3 years. So we'll see if we can get there, and I hope you can help me get there. If you can, I'd be greatly appreciative. Until next time, I am John Finn.